say doink, you know why? I had to say doink, you know why, Stumper?
What is that?
Because last night when I went to say doink, I was on mute. All right, don't adjust your TV set. It's not Friday again. It's Mikey's doing an after chat. He hasn't done one since me and Ohio started the quagmire. Before we even called it a quagmire, we used to call it an after chat. So that's some of you that have been around a while might have got that pun.
Yep.
And they used to call me and Ohio we're just an after chat. We're not a chat, we're just an after chat. And Ohio and I, mainly Ohio, because like I said, I keep telling you guys, Ohio named that quagmire. So I'm here. We're here because somebody said let's do an after chat. Ronnie Brown made it back with us. Swamp Donkey made it back. He's just teased me because Vancouver's beating the Bruins. Welcome back, Cheat Trapper, my friend. I'm glad you came back because I love to have a conversation with you. The beautiful young lady, Guns Girl Kay, made it back with us.
Damn right.
The unfortunate person being an Eagles fan, P2E, as I call him, most people know him as Prepping to Endure, was awesome enough to make it back. All right. So, I did invite a few people. We'll see. I don't know if this other person went to bed. I didn't even tell Stump who it was.
Nope. Not a fucking clue. Not a one.
So hopefully the person that I invited would be able to, the two people I invited will come, but especially one of them. Anyways, so what are we talking about? Does anyone recommend a good holster for a 380? There's one young lady that I invited. Glad she was able enough to make it. And if you aren't able to do this, Shalisa, don't feel as though you need to, because I don't want to make you, you know what I mean?
No problem. If I get to hurt you too sleepy, I'll speak up.
All right, awesome. Right, this is twice now. We've had the pleasure of having Shalisa. If you remember correctly, I had Shalisa on the Quagmire one night, if you guys remember correctly.
Yep. One of the best nights on the Quagmire, if I may say so, too.
Does anybody recommend a good holster for a 380? It all depends. Right? It all depends what your likes are. I'm going to give you a for instance, and then Shalisa's going to give you a for instance. I'm not a Kydex guy. Did I say that right? It's late, so I might have mispronounced that. I'm not a Kydex guy. Jeff, our videos. Hey, how are you?
Right on.
I'm not a Kydex guy, so I don't know. I like something that somebody made or what have you, but leather is better, is good enough for me. But and I'm obviously not a woman. And I know that they have inside holsters and outside holsters. Shalisa, what do you think she should do?
Inside.
There you go. And would you do it? That would have to be leather, right? Because Kydex, how do you do an inside Kydex? That kind of would that hurt? Would that hurt her? Would that like?
I don't know. Women seem to pull off them underwire bras, and I don't know how they do that.
Right, and you need like a friggin'. You need a. What do you call it? County Line Logan made it.
Hell yeah.
Jeff R videos, excuse me. We're just gonna call you Jeff if that's okay.
Right.
And welcome, by the way.
Yeah. And I tell you, my 2 cents on it, you know, even going in the waist. Personally, I'm a huge, huge fan of hybrid holsters. There's a company out there, Alien Gear.
Okay.
Order it, you're gonna have to wait on it. They're that popular. You'll be on a waiting list several weeks, possibly a couple of months. Me personally, that says a lot for their popularity and their quality. But you've got your choice between three different materials as far as what will actually be against your skin between two different leathers and a neoprene. And in the outer shell, see the backer material you choose, what'll be actually be against you is the base, so to speak. And then you can order other shells, which is the kydex part. So you can have one holster and buy multiple shells. So that one holster will work with, say, the 1911s, want to work with a 380, want to work with a Beretta, want to work with a Glock, want to work with a Colt Python. It's a really inexpensive way to have a high quality hybrid holster that you can use for several different guns with 30 seconds worth of effort when you want to change guns.
Right.
And I would check out their website.
And I did actually see that video that Prepping is talking about. Arm Rogue. I've been sub to Arm Rogue forever in a week.
Right.
So there you go. You got three opinions and three, hopefully, four. I'm sorry. I apologize. Prepping is number 4. But yeah, so go. And this is, it's stuff like this is why I love YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So like, she just gets her concealed carry, right? And so she's asking, and she's not asking a salesman that's going to say, you need to buy da 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 da. You know what I mean? She's asking down to earth people that don't have a friggin' dog in the race that's gonna be like, we're making money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is another reason why I do love YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. It just gives. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel about it. Did you mean the merrier?
But yeah, Mikey, you're right. I mean, you can get on here, people that you don't know, people that don't know you, you can get an opinion from 30, 40 people. Say you want to check out, here again, certain brand of holster. Just fucking go in YouTube. YouTube that shit up. Alien Gear 380 holster. I'll bet you'll run across a few million motherfuckers that have had one and made a review on it. Get all the pros and the cons out of a wide group of people. Make a decision.
The Big Glock Daddy making an appearance on the after chat, as he does usually to chats that I have and other chats that I've been on with him. Stevie, there's a bunch of chats. Stevie's, the old Sunday Night Shenanigans, JT, fucking holy shit, he's been on a lot of chats.
My external is screwing up because I don't have him showing up anywhere.
Oh, I see him.
The last person I got showing up in here is P2E, where he says love that aspect of YouTube.
Yeah, 1, 2, 2 more up from that. Big Glock Daddy says hi to everybody. You're right, P2.
For me,
you're right, Prep. It is cool people you meet.
Well, something's going on because if I go up 2 from that one, it's Guns Girl. Why am I not getting him showing up in here?
Hit refresh. Does he have you blocked?
Help me shit. I'll watch him start playing the fucking chat too. Yep, god damn it.
I know you don't, brother. I know you got shit going on. Just get well, do your thing, and then when you're, you know what I mean? Oh, Jeff Howe doesn't see him either. Shalisa, did you see him?
Yeah.
Now.
What's wrong with you, Guns Girl? What do you mean, what's wrong with you? I don't think there's anything wrong with you. Do you see Big Glock Daddy?
Brandon, ain't no way in hell I would block you, man. Me and you have had a unique friendship on here from the get-go. For real. It's a good dude right there. Really and truly is.
So nobody has ever not been able to see me. I hear that, bro. That makes two of us. You should see my Facebook post. I'd be really, really, really. So what's up, Cunts Girl? There's no. What did I? Like, no, serious. I'm not even joking here. Did I say something out of tune? Stump, Shalisa?
I'm not sure because I don't really listen to you most of the time. Just, you know.
He's a little wound up tonight, I think. I get like that too.
All right, I'm just checking. I want to make sure that I didn't, All right. So,
No.
all right. Cool. I feel a lot better now. And I'm glad you guys came over from Stevie's chat. And you guys that are out in this thing, thank you for coming over to Stevie's chat and keep supporting Stevie on his chat.
Most definitely.
That's awesome. So I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow because it's still snowing. After I, of course, go to the laundromat with the wife. That ought to be fun.
Oh yeah.
That's why I can't go ice fishing. I gotta go to the laundromat with my wife.
Oh hell no.
How whipped am I?
Oh.
Am I whipped? Well, how's the old saying go?
I wouldn't say you whip, Mike. I would say you're doing the smart thing because
yeah, a happy wife is a happy life.
You damn right. Keep the wife happy, the rest of life goes smooth.
I'd sneak all the laundry out, go to the 24/7 laundromat, get that shit done before she wakes up, then get you a net, then go ice fishing.
Right. No, Brandon. When I moved, it wasn't my washer and dryer. So my mother-in-law has a washer and dryer up in Maine, and it's only like an hour and 10 minutes away from my house. And I was gonna go get it tomorrow, but I'm getting a snowstorm right now, so I can't go get it tomorrow. Ice fishing, yeah. I was supposed to go ice fishing. A buddy of mine texted me around, I don't know, 6 o'clock tonight, 5 o'clock, and he says, "Hey, you're gonna be doing the no shit, Stevie. Are you gonna be doing the they have a derby tomorrow," and he wanted me to come, and I can't. NH, what's up?
What's up, fucker?
Are you at work? Was my wife's birthday. Had to go out and eat, then a movie. Oh, it's all good, G Trapper.
Yeah, NH, we were talking about you just a few moments ago when we were still on Steve's chat.
So I'm talking. He burned a fatty and stumps on her.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the hell out of it.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was through. I was just telling NH we was talking about him a little bit on Steve's chat.
Stevie just texted me, so I'm trying to text him back. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, NH, I don't know if you're aware of it or not because my brain's been fried a lot here lately with work and such, but yeah, Steve has a chat going on Saturday nights now. Drop in, check it out. Oh, well, in that case, yeah, Mikey's on here doing after chat because Steve kind of wussed out on us, had to have a nap.
Yeah, he needs a nap. He's old. You know how the old people are. You want to jump on with us, bro? Yeah, I know that feeling there, Guns Girl. But to get back, hey, there's HRM. What's up, brother? Great to see you. You got it, bro. Here it comes.
Right on.
I think, Shalisa, am I wrong? The last time you were on here, NH was on here?
The last time I was on, oh, that's right.
Were you on the Quagmire? Was
don't
NH on
remember.
with you?
I keep thinking the only time I've ever been on the Quagmire was at the end of August, but I just remembered I was at Steve's house.
Yes.
Second time
You
I was
were.
at Quagmire, and I was
Yep.
wheeled in on a chair, tied up.
Yep. Tied up. And I didn't
I
even
don't
get
remember.
I didn't even get any what do you call it for that either. I thought I was gonna get all kinds of fucking from YouTube. Did I get anything off Facebook? Let me go on Facebook on my phone, County Line, and I will check right. And actually, yeah, I'll do it on my phone. That way I can still check out the room.
Yeah, I was too busy laughing to remember who all was there.
I know, right?
Here's Brother Gear.
Gear riding. Remember Gear? Gear remembers the days when we were in the after chat. He remembers.
Dude, Gear don't forget jack shit.
He has awesome people. Another guy, I gotta go out and see him too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I want to do with Gear? Gear, you know what I want to do, brother? Hey, County Line, are your initials BC? You know what I want to do when I meet Gear? I want to go to the dirt track race with him. Did you ever see his videos on the dirt track racing? Am I here?
I want to say I have.
Stumper, have you?
I'm sorry, I was just looking at something. Mike, I may have to get
I
out
got
of
you,
here in a
County Line.
second.
What's the matter?
The rock quarry outfit I work with, one that we own,
Yeah.
we're getting a lot of reports over in the town of Coronacre that a lot of people think an earthquake just happened. And I've
Oh, we
got
had
a
one of
text.
those up here.
No, it looks like our powder house might have went off,
Oh, really?
and that could be an extremely bad thing if that's what happened. Because there's
Okay.
a couple of tons of ammonium nitrate in that damn building. But that building's designed to let it burn, not pop.
Yeah, it was
May
you,
have to go
not.
to work.
Oh, all right, no problem. There he is, Mr.
What
NH
up?
Strapper.
What up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, spent the day with Ma Dukes.
That's good.
Yep. My cousin had a robotics thing in Manchester
Wow,
this
I
afternoon.
wonder if you bumped into my brother-in-law and my nephew.
They were at the Manchester Community College there.
Yeah, that's what he takes for. He's going to school to do that shit.
Oh, no, this was high school kids.
Yeah, so isn't he?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was the states or regionals or something like that.
Oh, yeah?
This was the qualifications to go to nationals.
Cool.
Yep. My cousin's team made it to the semifinal round before getting knocked out.
Awesome.
Yep.
Stalker Steve joins the chat. I'm going to bed. I'm old. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of Stevie.
Yeah, you did.
I did actually. I have a question.
So what's this? You guys were talking about me on?
Yes, last night.
Okay.
I was talking about you. Here's the problem.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We couldn't figure out what is the Ruger, as Southerners calling it, wheel gun. We up here in the north call them revolvers.
Yes.
What is the Ruger revolver that you have? What is
that I have?
Yes.
The high color one that I have. It's a GP 100.
Okay, thank you.
I
couldn't think of it last night to freaking save my life. Steve, you still in here? Did you hear that? It's the GP 100.
Swamp Donkey, what's up? What's good, man? So I definitely had some changes at work happen.
Cool.
I am now a So my boss got put in charge of another line, the Super Red Hawk line, and I've been laterally transferred over to that line. So I went from GP 100, where I was a team leader the last 3 years and only worked there the last 5 years. Now I'm in charge of Super Red.
Awesome. Oh no, Guns Girl, I know.
Trying to help production there and help boost up numbers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't worry, your numbers will be boosted in a little bit.
I've been there 2 weeks and production's gone up like 15-20% already. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Have you met Shalisa?
I have not.
Okay. Shalisa Shell, this is NH Trapper, NH Shalisa.
Good to meet you, Eddie.
Nice to finally meet you.
She is the Fatwood Queen of YouTube. We call her the Queenie. I call her Shalisa. But yeah, cool channel she's got, and she does a chat every other Sunday. She did one this week, so she doesn't do one till a week after tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, there's a huge difference between right, but we call them up here in the north, Guns Girl. We don't call them wheel guns.
No,
we call them revolvers.
Or actually, up in New England, it's a revolver.
Revolver, right?
Revolver.
Right.
It sounded like something else.
Oh, okay.
We talk funny up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insight came back. That's cool. So yeah, we had a chat. Steve does a chat on Saturday night. So Stump in his infinite wisdom said, "Oh, you should do an after chat." And Guns Girl was asking, and County Line was asking, and prepping. So I said, fuck it, I'll just do it.
Oh, because Steve was only on for like an hour and a half type deal.
No, he was on. We were on for 2 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started it at we were a lot longer than that. He started it at 9:30. And
okay.
What time did we get off? Midnight?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
About 2.5 hours.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So I was picking on him, right? Because we always do. And, about he's Mr. Flip Phone, by the way, right? So NH, I went like this. I did it on my chat last night. And in his own chat, I went like this just to make him feel a little bit better. In case he was missing his buddy, I went, how you doing?
Oh, boy. Just stirring that pot, huh?
Hold on. Not only did he fucking bail on us, said he had to go to bed, but now he's showing up for the after chat over the external.
Right.
What the fuck?
That's
dude?
why I'm breaking his balls. I'm doing it again.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was on the call. I missed that part. Sorry about that. But no, that's not our mess. Turns out there was a wreck and a gas tanker is what blew up.
So, what happened last weekend?
What?
On what?
Everybody was supposed to be up in New Hampshire.
Oh.
And everybody fucking
flaked. All right, you ready?
Us.
You ready? Here's the thing. No, don't say on us. Say on me. Because after all the smoke was cleared, after all the dust settled, there was only one man standing. Me. So here's how it started. You ready? VBorg 001. Always a pleasure, my brother. Always a pleasure. Cool dude, isn't he, Shalisa?
Yes.
Very cool dude. Very, very, very. He's been on these chats forever, and he's a great supporter and just a good person.
VBorg's a cool motherfucker.
He certainly is. So here's what happened. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready for this.
Okay. Stump was supposed to come.
Yep, he said he was taking off. I was there. That chat.
He was gonna hitch a ride.
Yep.
With my southern brother, the Fat Man.
Yeah, with the Fat Man.
Okay. Now, then he couldn't go. Okay. Then, my southern brother, he had some stuff going on. He couldn't come.
Now, hold on, back up and explain why I wasn't able to go, because That's kind of important as
Oh,
to
you're
why I
right.
didn't
You're
make
right.
it.
Because he sucks and he's afraid to go on frozen water. So now,
No, because the
now,
DOT decided to give me a $1,500 ticket.
right. So it's Steve's fault that he
Yeah.
fucked up. So,
So the $1,200 I had planned to use on the trip ended up being used on the ticket, plus some more money I had to come up with out of nowhere real fast. So,
What'd you get popped for anyway?
being overloaded. 7.5 tons over. He charged me
Ooh.
10 cent a pound.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So now, right? So now, what happens, right? If you guys can do me a favor and share this chat because Stumper couldn't even find it, so that'd be cool. So now what happens is that Chad couldn't come. Okay. So now we're 2 men down. Okay. Now I get a text Friday, Thursday. Friday.
No, it was Thursday because we talked Friday.
Okay, Thursday I get a text from my buddy, the working class woodsman. Hey, I'm real sorry I can't go. I got to work. And I'm like, oh, I understand. I obviously totally understand. Been there, done that. So now we're 3 men down. So then I text NH Trapper. Now we're 4 men down. The only man standing.
Well, when I heard that,
happened.
when I had heard that everybody had bailed,
Hang on one sec. Good night, Jeff. Thanks for coming, brother. Much appreciated.
I made plans with a lady friend of mine. So
right, and I told that, and to be fair, on my chat, I said that it was your 1 day off and however many, and that that you and I would fish. You and I would fish at a different time.
Yeah.
Problem is now I don't know what you're getting. I'm getting snow right now.
And it's supposed to turn to rain later.
Well, not here, but so here's the problem, right? Then tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be 45.
Yep.
Monday's going to be 50 something, 60.
Yeah,
Tuesday, same thing. Wednesday's supposed to be 70 degrees.
Yep.
So if you and I go ice fishing this year, it's going to be up in the middle of Maine somewhere.
Or it's got to be like right
Puddles
now.
of water
Right
all over.
now.
Yeah. And I just went through that. A buddy of mine's doing a tournament tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Washington.
I can't.
Yes, that was well, technically today and yesterday, Saturday, Sunday.
I can't go.
Or was Washington was just yesterday?
No, he's doing there's one tomorrow too.
Oh, okay, because I know they did prizes already.
Well, I don't know if it's Washington, but he's in some tournament.
Yeah.
For all I know, it could be only a private, whatever tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anywho, I have to be laundry bitch tomorrow.
It is laundry day tomorrow.
Because I can't. Well, it wasn't that. I was gonna go up and get the washer and dryer. It's gonna snow. So now I'm not gonna get the washer and dryer. I figure I go ice fishing, and the wife wasn't having that. So
that real cold snap of weather that we had at the beginning of January froze up pipes in the apartment complex that I live in. Well, the door to everything is also the door to the laundry room, which they sealed up and silicone shut and locked and said, "You're on your own for laundry now. Good luck." I sat at the laundromat twice, and I went, "Screw that. They'll do it for me for an extra $5." So
absolutely.
Now I drop it off and pick it up the next day.
Right. Good way to meet chicks too.
No, I have my own way of doing that.
Yeah, I usually do it. I usually just snap my finger and they come running to me. So.
Well, yeah, you got what, 4 of them at home? 3, 4, 5?
3.
3. Pets? Are they all females? Or are they?
No, they're human.
No, do you have pets?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
No. But when I wasn't married, I just go to a bar and.
Oh yeah, it was that easy, huh?
I'm like the Fonz, you know what I mean?
It ain't that easy nowadays. Tell you what.
No.
No.
But yeah, so and now it looks like I got to save my money to go on a trip
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
because G Trapper keeps saying, "Mikey, you got to come out here. Mikey, come out here and shoot. Mikey, come out here and out with me." And it is one of my states that I would love to see too. So,
What state is that?
California. No, just kidding. No offense to anybody that lives in California.
Oh no, I'll offend anybody who lives in that state. I don't care.
I could never live in a state. Although we had one here.
You live in one of those states.
No,
yes, the fuck he does.
No, not just for the gun laws. I'm talking about, and we had one here in New Hampshire the other day. We had an earthquake up here the other day that I felt, by the way.
I didn't.
And
yeah, we did.
And but I don't go. I'm not moving to a state where you know, 1 minute your car's there and the next minute it's in a crevice. So yeah, I'm good. But
All right, guys, I'm not as awake as I thought I was.
all right, sweetie. Well, thank you for coming on with us.
Hope you guys have a good
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
we definitely appreciate you coming hanging out with us for a little bit.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Bye,
it.
Stomp. Night, NH. Mike.
Night.
Be good.
No, I was last weekend, but last Friday when you texted me, I was still recovering from the night before. I didn't work on Thursday night. My buddy, one of my buddies from work, actually, he just quit. He, put in his 2 weeks and left. Yep. He's a hip hop artist, and he's out on a national tour right now, and they were in New Hampshire last Thursday night. So I'm not a huge rap fan. However, I went out and supported him.
Right.
So,
right.
And I bought one drink, and my boss was at that show, and my boss got me wasted.
Nice.
Yep. So
nice. It's always good when your boss can do that.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was, and then I was gonna go by myself, and I just said, should I? And I was gonna, but I chose not to.
I've been doing good for myself though lately. I am 6 weeks no smoking.
Good job.
Oh yeah, I'm on day 2.
6 weeks. December 30th. I kind of been saying no. New Year's I'm going to quit this, that, the other. And December 30th, I ran out of cigarettes, and I kind of went, why spend money on another pack or two of cigarettes the next couple days? So I just stopped, and I went from a pack a day to cold turkey, and I haven't had one since.
Well,
I've been cold turkey. I've been drinking a little bit more, but
there you go.
I haven't been. And a little bit more is like, instead of having 3 or 4 beers a week, I'm having 6 beers a week. I don't drink that much. But yeah, no, I cold turkeyed it, and I've been smoking since I was 18. I just turned 33. So
yeah, well, I've been smoking since I was 13, and I'm 50. So I'm pretty well screwed. But all right, we'll hook up and go fishing at some point.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
I fishing, but
you know where I live. I live right on the lake.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you got a kayak, steal a kayak. The launch is right next door.
I don't have one, but I know somebody that does. So
Ed's got like 6 of them.
I know, that's what I mean. I know somebody that does. I'll just go steal one.
Y'all can come down. We'll troll for some Lakers and some salmon. And
that's what I'd like to do.
And we'll paddle right by Steven Tyler's house.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I told you no, Mikey. What, sweetie? What did I do? Guns girl, what did I do? I told you I met. Well, I didn't meet her, but I didn't introduce myself. She didn't introduce herself, but I was in. Wait, what is this? Y'all sent an old man stuck Steve to bed and then start up another chat. Yeah, and it's Stump's fault too, Cobra.
I'm still trying to figure out why you guys were talking about me on the chat, the previous chat.
Because I couldn't figure.
Or was it the GP 100?
Last night we were trying to figure out what gun you had.
What about?
Remember last night, Stump? We were trying to figure out what gun he had. The revolver.
Yeah.
Well, what about
it's the GP 100 he had.
What was tonight?
Somehow or another we got to talking about fishing and such, and
Oh, yeah, the $5 lure came up.
No.
Nobody said anything about the $8 lure. Nobody said anything about that.
Nobody said bullshit.
Okay.
Whatever it was, nobody said a word about
whatever.
that. It was
But we did end up talking about you as far as the trapping aspect, because we had a few folks from the trapping community that were on there tonight. Yep.
Oh yeah, my coon came in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking sweet.
Yeah, that's where I got him. He's chilling with his friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through the comments and Preppin, what do you mean when you were talking with T.I.? You talking to me? When we were talking with T.I. last night about NH. Thank you. I'm good.
Yeah. And Grandpa Steve,
good.
are you finished with your soup yet? Would you like to come rejoin the chat, fucker?
I'll be right back, boys.
All right, we're here.
Excuse me.
So yeah, you and PJs. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. He doesn't want us to see his underoos.
All right.
Line, yes.
Thank you, prepping. Yep.
I said that right. He had the G100, by the way.
There it is, right there. GP 100.
The last one.
I want that revolver.
You'll never get it.
I can't. I don't have a unless I move to New Hampshire.
I built this myself. I did some of the polishing on it because I started out as a polisher at Ruger. So I did some of the polishing on it. And then I inspected the gun. Shot it at the factory. I proofed it and then I shot it to make sure it was what I wanted, and hand-picked out the grip and put it in a box with my name on it.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nice gun, though.
I love my job, but I need to move and start working with y'all.
All right.
But I'd be fucking broke.
There's a ton of them up here.
Now I build Red Hawks and Super Red Hawks and Super Red Hawk Alaskans. So, like the other night, we were putting 454 Alaskans in a box, which is a 2.5-inch snub nose 454 Casull 45 Colt.
Yes.
And it's a hand cannon.
Yeah.
It throws a 4-foot flame out of it.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what a 454 Alaskan is, YouTube it.
I was watching a thing on guns the other night, and it had the most powerful guns. And
it's not really a handgun; it's more like man-portable field artillery.
Yeah, and they did all this whole thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much there for when a bear looks at you and says, I bet that'd make a nice turd."
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta go out. I love me some Ruger NH. Got the dream job. Who is that? Yeah, you?
Yeah. Snapchat.
Snapchat crap music you are playing.
Listen, I didn't know any of the other musicians that were playing there, and
I know, I'm only teasing you.
It's not my hip hop is not my style unless it's like early 90s late 80s, early 90s, when they were really gangsters type deal.
Right.
You know, when they were talking about selling drugs so they could not live on the streets instead of, I grew up in middle upper class family and I do drugs just because, and you should do drugs too.
Right.
So the hip hop these guys do, it's juggalo rap. It's like ICP and Twisted and all that stuff. It's underground hip hop.
Yeah.
And it's like early 90s hip hop. It's got that flavor to it. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. So the tour my buddy's out on is Lex the Hexmaster, Axe Murder Boys, A&B, who's the other? Scum, and my buddy who's his name's Cadaver. And they're all four of them were good. The opening acts sucked, but they were good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, guess who showed up, dude?
There she is.
Guess who showed up?
Miss Amanda. Damn good to see you, darling.
Now we can sing. You guys are all in trouble. Now I'm going to sing.
Oh, God.
Who the hell is that?
Amanda?
Yes.
Amanda's awesome people.
This is how random I'm on this chat.
We'll put it this way.
Oh,
She's a newfound friend of ours. She's good people.
Uh-huh.
She come over from Steve's. She went on Steve's channel. And Stevie started doing a chat like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I remember all that stuff.
And the last 3 chats I've been on Steve's chat, I've been singing to Amanda.
Ah.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
But anyway.
Have a chance, you can check her out. She's one of these ladies that's easy on the eyes and is actually fairly smart. And she's into guns and such. She's good people.
Oh. This is what I'm into lately.
What's that? Let me go into the...
It. The movie. It.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters. But I bought Jigsaw as well because I needed to complete the set. I have all the Saw movies. So
nice.
Tomorrow is going to be the Saw marathon, and I'm saving it. Even though I've seen it, I have a friend coming over, and I'm saving that movie. So, because I have 4-day weekend this weekend, I have Monday off. I gotta hit up the range too. I still haven't shot my new gun.
I used to have Mondays. I used to have President's Day off. For the last 10 years I did until we got bought out. January 1st, I said, oh yeah, by the way, we're taking away your February fucking holiday. I'm like, douchebags.
So the way Ruger does it is they try to give you a day every 6 weeks. They try to give you a long weekend every 6 weeks. So we have this one, and our next one is going to be Good Friday.
I'm moving to New Hampshire. Will they pay me? Because Newport's kind of north, so I don't know if the salaries are what they are down here.
I don't know.
And believe me, by the way, I'm still doing what I wanted to do with you, by the way.
That didn't sound wrong at all.
Oh,
yeah, I exactly.
Come on now. We're grown-ass men here. Come on.
What?
Hey, you jumped in my shit a minute ago when I said something.
That was different. That's a lot different. No, about the 17.
Oh, yeah, the 17. Didn't we talk about that like a year and a half ago?
Yeah, well, I got in trouble, right? So I couldn't, I was trying to buy the house, and I couldn't spend, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. We talked about that at Winnie.
Yes, Amanda.
Yes, Amanda. I am a second shift team leader. Used to be for GP100, and as of 2 weeks ago, I am second shift team leader of assembly in Red Hawk and Super Red Hawk.
In simpler translation, he's like one of the 3 luckiest fuckers on the planet.
And we here
I get to make these every single day, 40 hours a week.
Right. And we here in New England,
Yeah, anytime I want.
Yeah.
Between me and NH, we're probably in a radius of what? Not even 80. Not even 80 miles. Maybe 70 miles.
Go 100. Go 100.
No, not even, because
you're more central
Sig
than I
ain't 80
am.
miles from you.
65.
Right, but it ain't 80. So like 70 miles.
Yeah, but like, say, give it 100 miles. I have Ruger.
Okay. Yeah.
Sig. Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
Wyndham Weaponry.
Yep. What do you call it down in Rochester?
Henry Arms.
Yep.
Henry Repeating Arms. Rochester is...
Used to be Thompson Center, right?
Yeah, they still make Thompson Centers, and the guys who left Thompson Center to make something else, they sold out to Smith & Wesson too. So,
right.
Century Arms is up in Vermont, like an hour and a half away from me. Get you goomy. Holy hell, man.
By the way, Springfield Arms.
No, Springfield Armory is not around here. It's in Illinois, I thought.
I thought Springfield, Mass did a I thought there was a
Springfield, Mass is what you call it is Smith & Wesson.
No, there's another one out in Springfield too, or just south of Springfield.
You realize there's a Springfield in every state, though, right?
No, yes, I'm not stupid.
No, I don't know where Springfield Armory is located. I almost want to say they're not.
Cobra said Wyndham. Those freaks sent me an AR barrel that failed its headspace check. They did replace it though, he said.
Wow.
Well, sometimes it gets overlooked, or sometimes it's close and it barely passes the gauge, and they send it anyway. When you're working in this kind of system, everything that goes out the door makes the company money. And 9 times out of 10, unless you get someone who knows what they're doing, they're not going to send it back. Most of the time, you're going to get guns come back for function. Function and polishing are, like, for us, are the biggest things.
You know what? I was telling people last night on my chat. NH kid I work with, his girlfriend has a Smith & Wesson 380, and it wasn't loading right. Like when it goes into the chamber, it wasn't feeding properly.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it was some kind of long story short, there was some kind of burr or what have you, right?
And it's common.
So here's what happened, right? So she contacts Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
Smith & Wesson says, mail it.
Yep. Ship it to us.
Ship it to us. They shipped it. She shipped it to Smith & Wesson.
Yep.
Smith & Wesson turns around, ships her out a brand new 380.
Yep.
Sends a letter of an apology.
Yep.
And then gave her a $100 gift certificate.
It's pretty standard.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. It's pretty standard now with customer service. If it can be repaired, they'll try to repair it. If they look at it and go, man, this can't be repaired, they'll send you a new gun. Yeah, but you have to redo the paperwork and all that stuff because it's a different serial number.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's pretty standard practice, you know.
Good night, prepping. Enjoy your time with your son tomorrow.
Customer service is the one thing that keeps our industry going. You know, if you piss off customers,
they're not
going to buy your guns.
Exactly.
And if they don't buy your guns, you don't make money. You don't make money, you go bankrupt.
Now, do you guys offer what SIG does? Do you guys offer classes and everything right at your facility?
No,
I didn't think so.
SIG does not offer. SIG has their own range.
Yeah, but they offer classes too. There's a sign out front.
Yeah, well, they offer classes at their range and pro shop in Exeter.
Yes,
that's
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's their pro shop and their range. Where they manufacture is not there.
Right.
They have two spots. Steve. They have an Exeter spot or an Epping spot, and then they have P's.
Right. Right.
No, we don't have anything like that. I still got to shoot this Mikey. My 4-inch AR pistol, my 9mm pistol.
Fucker.
I still got to shoot this thing. I haven't broken it in yet.
We used to go to a range.
We do. Because
And
the ATF says, you know, because it's called a shockwave brace. This is a pistol brace, a stabilizing brace. This is not a buttstock.
Right.
So technically it sits up against your arm like this.
Which I don't want to get into because I'm still upset that they sent, you know, Massachusetts sent the state of Massachusetts sent every resident in the state of Massachusetts a letter stating that bump stocks are now illegal in the state of Massachusetts. And my problem with them doing that is like they get these people, it's the same people that think that AR stands for assault rifle.
Nope, Armalite.
That they think that the bump stock is responsible for killing all those people in Vegas. That lives would have been saved if he didn't have a bump stock, which is total bullshit. It's the same freaks in my state that think that you know a 10-round clipazine is good night, bud. A 10-round clipazine, okay, is sufficient because anything else is just, you know, which is silly because anybody that
that's a 17 sitting in there.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that anybody who has operated a gun to any capacity, okay, could put a clipazine in a fucking gun in less than a fucking nanosecond. So what's the difference? So the state of Massachusetts says I can only carry 10 rounds in a weapon. Well, I can carry 10 rounds in a weapon, fine. But now I have fucking 10 mags in my fucking pocket. And as soon as my mag's done, bang. And then it keeps going. There isn't a difference. You're not saving lives only having friggin' 10 rounds in a magazine. And it pisses me off, the thought process of some people in my state.
I like what Cobra says. Bump stock probably spared lives. Accuracy drops when using one, which is true. Probably. If you are not used to, I mean, I fired 5.56 from the shoulder, fully automatic, being, you know, from military times and stuff like that. It is not a pleasant thing to do, and it's very hard to stay accurate.
But in the same token, let me be a little bit sick for a second. It isn't like he was shooting at a target in a 9-inch plate.
No, he was a couple of stories up.
He's a couple of stories up, just spraying. But I do understand your point, Cobra. But it's just stuff like that just you don't even have to like guns. You don't even have to own. Just don't be ignorant about it. It's the ignorance of the situation is what pisses me off.
Yeah,
you know, that's what. Good night, V Borg. Thanks for coming, brother. Much appreciated. And Gitchy, by the way, thanks for coming in. This is awesome. I'm glad you came over with us. It's the ignorance of it that kills me. It kills.
And I love the whole, you know, when this last school shooting happened. Anytime this stuff happens, it's a tragedy. It really is.
Absolutely.
But the whole 2018's already had 18 school shootings. The website that reports that right there, I don't know if people have read into it at all, but like some guy offed himself in a parking lot at 2:00 in the morning. They consider that a school shooting. You know, right. A cop was sitting in a crowd and some kid pulled the trigger on his gun when he walked by. They consider that a school shooting. You know, right. Accident, no one, and there's a whole bunch of stuff like that has happened. And that this website is calling a school shooting, or like a criminal justice club at a college some kid pulled the trigger on what he thought was a dummy gun. It turned out to be a real gun and shot a hole through the wall. Nobody got hurt. School shooting.
Right.
You know.
And what people don't, the other thing people don't get, okay, especially the people that, oh my God, these guns, right?
Mm. Hey, we banned drugs.
19, exactly, right?
We banned drugs, and what did that do? People still get their hands on drugs.
It's only been since 1990, and I know that seems like a far, far long time ago, but to an old guy like me, it really isn't. 1990, because I said to my kid brother tonight, I'm like, you know, when I was a kid, because I'm 6 years older than him, I said, but when I was a kid, Chris, I said, I've never remember in the news, of course, obviously there's no internet. I said, never remember in the newspaper, never remember our parents talking about it, neighbors, relatives, news stations, anything like that. Never heard anything on a school shooting. Do you know why? Because prior to 1990, it was legal to carry a gun in school.
Not even that. I was in high school in 99 to 03. 99 to 03.
1990, a teacher, a security guy, anybody could carry, okay, and you know, obviously when it's old enough, right?
Oh yeah.
Can carry a gun to school. Okay. Now, he goes, Mike, he says, this school in the schools, these kids know it's a gun-free zone. There's a fucking sign. It's like walking into Target, right? Big huge sign. Doesn't matter if you have a concealed. He says, Mike, I'm a cop, and unless I'm on duty, I can't walk in that building with a freaking gun in my head.
Nope.
He says, unless I'm in uniform.
You're not even supposed to be on the campus, on school property with a firearm.
Right. So, and these people know this.
Mm-hmm.
Tooth Freeze, how the hell are you? Great to see you. Thanks for coming. The other thing, now my niece, my brother's daughter, the same brother I'm talking about, right? You know what she was saying to him? This girl with seemingly no mental issues, okay, was planning a school shooting. She picked out the date. She picked out how she was going to do it. She picked out the room that she was going to do it in. And then she was going to offer herself. Okay? That's why I said seemingly mentally stable. Okay? And she was going to offer herself. Guess who pissed on her parade? Her father.
Oh, time.
She left her shit open on her desk in her room.
Oops.
And her father looked at it. You know what her father did?
I hope beat the shit out of her.
Father called the police department. They came down. Yeah. Father called the police department. They came down and arrested her.
Mm-hmm. So, interesting fact about this kid who did this latest one. He had planned this. Kids at school knew about it. The kids at school, yeah, he'd been expelled the year before, but the kids at school knew about it. This is the society we're in today. Nobody can say anything to anybody about anything because they're going to be called a bigot or a racist or a tattletale or a wimp or wuss or, you know, why don't you mind your own damn business and sit back down? You know, right. That type of stuff. That's what we're raising. You know, yep. People are raising their kids in that kind of society nowadays. Yep. These kids knew it was going to happen. They knew who the kid was. This kid shot up one floor, went to the second floor, shot up the second floor, went to the third floor. People started evacuating. He just dropped his shit and blended in with the crowd. Nobody pointed him out.
It's unreal.
Nobody said, hey, it's him. Until after he was gone. After he was gone, he went to Walmart, bought a drink, bought a sub, went to McDonald's. No, he didn't have a gas mask. He had a backpack on. He dropped a gun in the backpack and walked out with everybody else. Blended in with the crowd.
You know, it's it's just
it's sad. The kids knew it was coming. They even told the cops, yeah, we knew he was we had a feeling he was going to do something like this.
well, if you had a feeling he was going to do something like this, why didn't you at least try to get some kind of a warrant to
exactly
to you know
yeah
to start, especially with the school shootings and everything going on today. You might get, now I'm not going to get into the constitutional law effect of a search warrant. I'm not even going to go down that road.
I don't know about that stuff,
but neither do I. But let's get into this. You might get a judge that might say, it's always in the news, it's da 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 da. You know what? Even if we're going to get in trouble, I'm going to do it just in case. You know what I'm saying? So the cops should have did something, and it's just fun. Right, Geechee says just in my opinion.
I agree with Pete.
You're right, but here's the thing, Gitch. Right? Let's say 3 teachers are carrying, and this kid is on the first floor. He's not hopefully going to have an opportunity to get to the second floor. So yeah, while he'll partially succeed into what he wanted it to do, okay, and unfortunately some people are going to get hurt and or die, okay, but at the very least there won't be more.
It could have been 3 or 4 instead of 17.
Right. Not that 3 or 4 is a good number, but you know what I'm saying? How do I say? I hope I'm saying this the right way.
No number is a good number. No,
exactly. No number is a good number.
Nobody wants to see stuff like this happen. Nobody does.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, what I do for work, stuff like this actually benefits my job because it's really a touch and go type of thing, because you hate seeing this happen because you manufacture firearms, but at the same time everybody screams for gun control and everybody goes, oh shit, my guns are going to get taken away, so our numbers go up, we get to build more guns, I get overtime, I get paid, you know. Right. It's really you want, like, for what I do, we want, you know, conservatives in charge, so you don't have to worry about that, but at the same time numbers and hours drop. But when you have liberals in office, gun control starts coming up, and then numbers and, you know, everything starts creeping up. It's one of those things that it's really touch and go, and you can't play sides either way. I hate seeing people die. I do.
Well, I just and here's the other thing. The high school I grew up in now has, from 7 to 3:30, has a police officer in it. My children's school, now nothing ever happened at the high school I went to. My children here in the town I live in now, the high school has a police officer there. The videos I'm watching about,
I agree with Truth.
What's that?
Truth freeze. Students are taught helplessness, and versus any other way. And we do need armed security in schools, and
well, that's what I'm saying. They have them. They have
state,
full-time,
state, local, federal buildings.
Yep.
We need them. Not just someone there,
right,
to stop the kids from doing something. They, full out protection just in case something like this happens.
Yep. And it's maybe it should be a federal mandate that there has to be one police officer in every school, unless it's like you got a huge school, you have a huge because there's already no, I shouldn't say this. Around where I am, we have the University of Lowell, UMass Lowell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay? They have campus police, so you don't
Yes.
need.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so but high schools, okay,
But and
if
then you get into the other debate.
they mandate it, right? They mandate it federally that you have to have a cop, an armed
Yeah.
cop in every high school across the United States. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm willing to bet. These school shootings are going out.
And see what Cobra just said. Of all the BS taxes that he pays, he would pay extra for actual security at his kid's
Absolutely,
school.
Cobra. Absolutely.
But therein lies the problem. You can mandate it all you want, but who's going to pay for that person? Who's going to pay for the training? Who's going to pay for that? You know.
First of all, it'll be a police.
And it goes. And it goes back.
First of all, it'll be a police officer that's already on the job.
Yeah.
So number one, it doesn't come out of anybody's taxes. He's already being paid. This is how they do it in Wilmington, okay? The town I grew up in. This is how they do it here in Drake, where I live, okay? He is a police officer for the town. Just so happens his job is to be at school. So there is no extra taxes. So to answer Cobra's thing about paying the extra taxes, Cobra, whatever town you live in, it'll be your town cop. Now, I get it. Some places, Mikey, there's different towns. 3, 4 towns go to one high school. I get it. Okay. So guess what?
Split
it between the 3 or 4 towns. Okay. But the bottom line is you're not paying more. So nothing's coming out of your pocket.
But what we really need to teach our children is to speak up and not be afraid to speak up. If something, and I want to say there's already been 1 or 2 that's hit the news already of people speaking up, and it's been stopped ahead of time. The one you mentioned, I think one in Vermont. I think something about one being in Vermont. There, a possibility of one was stopped. You know,
it's amazing.
Yeah, teach the kids to speak up. You know. I always grew up saying, oh, you can't blame music. You can't blame the media. You can't blame video games. You can't blame movies. But the older I get and the more I look at everything, we glorify violence.
Oh, dude, my daughter, you guys know
I'm not saying it's 100% the reason, but we glorify violence in this country.
My daughter, well, yeah, look at every movie that you watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My daughter, before she went to the school she's at, was now with her mother and her older sister, okay, had an issue with this one girl who happens to be, now my daughter's tall for her age bracket, and heavier for her age bracket, not overweight or anything, she's just bigger, okay. Now this girl is bigger than her, taller by about 4 inches, 5 inches, and heavier, okay. She was being bullied forever and a week, okay. My wife went to the school. I went to the school.
Yep.
Okay. So finally, my daughter was in tears one day because the girl grabbed her and said, "I'm just going to kill you." So my daughter went down to the office and couldn't take it. She was crying. They called my wife immediately. My wife went down. So we went in and spoke. They're talking about moving my daughter out of the class. Slow down a second. My daughter did nothing wrong. She ain't moving out of anybody's class.
Yeah.
Make this known. She ain't moving out of anybody's class. Well, Mr. DeLucia, I says, if you're trying to protect my daughter, if you're trying to help my daughter, get the little girl that's doing this to her the fuck out.
Exactly. Because now
I've already done my homework. No pun intended. Okay. And I already went to her teacher who's sitting here with us today. Okay. I already went to her aide, the teacher's aide who's sitting with us here today. And I have asked, has my daughter started anything with this little girl first? Because then she's not being a bully. Exactly. If you walk up to somebody, start teasing somebody, they fight back, you're not a bully. You're sticking up for yourself.
Exactly. So what they would do there is to reinforce the bully that this behavior is okay. This behavior is okay.
Which they did.
And your daughter would be the one at fault and be the one moved.
And so here's the thing, right? So finally, I couldn't take it anymore. And I says, let me be more specific to you people. Okay? Nothing in this world is more important to me than my children's safety.
Mm-hmm.
I've told my children, if they are pushed to be hurt. Now, I'm not talking about out at recess playing with a ball and somebody pushed. I'm not talking about that. Okay? I'm talking about somebody pushes them out of anger. Somebody hits them out of anger. Somebody hits them with a book over the top of the head out of anger. They have the right to defend themselves as they see fit. So therefore, i.e., if my daughter is being bullied, if my daughter hears that somebody's going to kill her, if my daughter pushed her down a set of stairs, I could give two shits less. If my daughter hit her with a book, I could give two shits less. You know why? Because she's protecting herself and she has a right to. And guess what, by the way? If it happened that this girl did it again and my daughter defended herself, I'm almost going to guarantee you that the little girl wouldn't ever do it again because nobody likes to be hit. Professional boxers don't enjoy being punched in the friggin' face. Mm-hmm. Nobody likes being hit. So that's how you stop a friggin' bully, is to hit them back. I said, so therefore, I don't care. You want to expel her? You can do any goddamn thing you want. Okay? I said, but my child will be able to stick up for herself. And those are the rules. I don't care what your rules are. Now, the little school cop is there, you know? And I said, listen, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's the way life is. Okay? It is in my world anyway. My world is you get to protect yourself. Okay? And I go, that's all there is to it. Well, Mr. DeLucia, we're trying to, not do with the violence. I go, you want to try to curb the violence? Get her out of the room. And not my daughter either. Anyways, long story way shorter, hopefully. Yeah. Right? My daughter now goes to school at a different school.
Yeah.
Why? Because they weren't doing their job. It didn't go unnoticed, guys, either, because what Mikey did was Mikey called and wrote letters to the school committee and let the school committee know what the fuck the school did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he went to the police department and let them know about it too.
I had a similar situation to me growing up. I've always been a big kid. I've always been the fat kid. You know, I live with it now. I love it. You know, I'm that fat, goofy kid, and and I know where I fit in and stuff like that. I don't really give a shit anymore. Basically, right. You know, I've always been a big kid. But when I was growing up, I go home crying every day. I get picked on so much.
And it was you. Yep.
And it was usually the same person every single day. And finally, my mom, I didn't know this until, I graduated high school, that my mom and dad had a meeting with the principal, the teacher, and the kid's parents and said, basically, if my kid comes home crying one more time, we're suing the hell out of you. And it stopped like instantly. But within 2 years, I was in a different school. Not because for, different reasons, but within 2 years, I was in a different school. And, and I don't know. I've always just been a quiet kid anyway, but.
Truth Freeze just said, couples have been around always and play out bullies and usually ended with fist fights, right? That's how we used to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
First, today's too much degenerate thinking. And programmed via the movies and video games and social media. Absolutely. It does ramp it up.
Social media is the biggest problem ever.
Yep, for these kids. And it's, Will Cobra, good job. Oh, thank you, Cobra. I was always brought up, you don't hit anybody littler than you. And, I couldn't, if I got my brothers and all that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on the bus one day and was I a freshman? I think I was a freshman in high school. And this kid didn't like the way I smoked on the bus. Not that he didn't like me smoking on the bus. He didn't like the way I smoked. So I get off the bus and he gets off and he starts pushing me from the back. What the fuck's your problem? Well, I don't like how you smoke. I'm like, go the fuck away. So I walk away from him. And because I was small, I wasn't and anyways, he fucking rabbit punches me in the back of the head. I turn to him, I go, my father tells me I'm not allowed to hit you people. He's going to mean you people. What do you mean by that? I said, he told me I can't hit you. Because this kid was in like special classes at the fucking school. He only had like one class with the regular pop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the guy at the gas station come out who knew my dad, and because he heard the whole thing, and he goes, Mike, I don't think your father was talking about that. He said, so if I were you, I'd fucking hit him right the fuck back. So there we go. We start scrapping right in the middle of the fucking gas station fucking parking lot, and cars are going by, and one lady stopped and said, boys, you should stop this. And we just had at it, throwing haymakers at each other, and that's just today. They're taught to keep their hands to themselves. They're not taught to protect themselves. And you need to be taught to protect yourself. I don't care if you're a kid. I don't care if you're an adult. You just need to.
Exactly. I had to stand up for myself quite a few times when I was growing up. I had to learn how to do that.
And bullying,
I didn't win any hardly. I didn't win every fight.
Bullying just isn't being picked on, pushed, beat up, and all that. Dumped in a locker, dumped in a trash barrel, and somebody knocking your books out of your hand. And
it's all up here
guess
these
what?
days.
Guess
it's all
what?
Up here, mind games.
Adults do it too. Some workplaces been bullying people. Granted, you can't get away with punching them in the mouth because then you're in trouble, right? Yep. But it's still, but there's still means of taking care of that. I have a sister right now who works for the government, okay, who has had an issue, I guess, with this one boss. She's female, with this one person of her at her employment, which now she has all the evidence and everything she needs, and now it's being dealt with.
Yeah,
and so you just don't let it happen. Don't. But when it's a kid and you're talking to adults about a kid and they want to take your kid out of the class
for doing nothing wrong,
tell them to stick their finger up their ass, okay? Because that is the most stupidest thing in the world. Because they don't want confrontation. This is why, right? They don't want the
no.
Well, we can take her out. Well, wait a minute. She didn't do anything, or it might be a boy. He didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? And it irritates the shit out of me. And it starts with, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but it starts with these do-gooders that every little Johnny and Susie needs a fucking soccer trophy or hockey trophy or football trophy or badminton trophy or chess club trophy or whatever for participating. No, you don't get a trophy unless you win, period.
No, you know what we got growing up? If you won, you got a trophy. Shit. If you won, you got a trophy, but everybody got the certificate. You know what I mean?
A participation certificate. That's different.
I'm talking about part of this. Not everybody got the trophy because not everybody's a winner. Not everybody won.
A buddy of mine took his kid. I couldn't go this year. We had a prior engagement. So they have this fishing derby here in my town. Okay. So the winner gets a fucking trophy. It's fucking huge, right?
Yeah.
in different classes. They got one for bass. Da, 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 okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not just one trophy for. All right.
Bass, pickerel,
Guess
perch,
what?
whatever. Longest fish, shortest fish.
Guess what? You didn't catch anything, or you caught something that fell off your hook, whatever. Guess what you got?
Nothing.
No. You got a trophy.
For what?
Apparently showing up. And it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought was kind of cool, I had one daughter had a friend that went, and she said, Daddy, she got a trophy and she didn't win. And she said, I thought that,
Winners get trophies.
And then my 11-year-old said, oh, she didn't win. She was able to get a trophy. That's cool. I says, no, it's not cool. I said, you only get trophies if you win. I said, you want a trophy? Win. Listen, nobody likes to lose.
Nope.
But losing builds character. And losing also
makes you work harder.
Makes you work harder to win. Okay.
Who was the Steelers guy a couple years ago? His kids got football participation trophies, youth football participation trophies. And he made them give them back. And it caused this whole national uprise. And
I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you're right.
But most of the NFL analysts were like, I'd have done the same thing.
Yep.
And everybody was all up in arms. Oh, you can't do that to kids. You're going to break them down. No, you're going to make them work harder.
And here's what's funny, right? Here's what's funny. My oldest daughter dances, all right? And she also dances competitively.
Yeah.
All right. Now, she has all right, so she dances as a team. Okay, and then she has her solo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now she came home last weekend with a fucking trophy half the size of me. She came in 5th overall out of like 115 girls, 120 something girls.
Yep.
She came in 5th overall.
Awesome.
Okay, but that was the
trophy they were given
for that spot.
Yeah.
All right. 4th got this, 3rd got this, 2nd got this, 1st got this, plus.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so Susie, that came in 6th, didn't get a trophy. She got a pin for being in for like the competition.
Yep.
And all the girls, they had these little pins, and they put them on their jackets, their dance jackets or whatever, right?
Yeah, because they took part in all these events.
Okay. That's not a trophy.
No.
And and you guys, you females in here, don't get pissed off at me, okay, please. If little girls who probably whine more than any little boy I've ever met my entire life because they couldn't get their way or what have you, if they can have a sport where you don't get a trophy after a certain place set, a certain place that you came in, why the fuck can't the rest of them? Why can't the rest of them? Now, I'm not talking about your team, your football team, your baseball team, your soccer team, your hockey team, your whatever team played against another team and lost, and then your kids got a trophy. I'm not talking about that. Okay. I'm not talking because then your team came in 2nd. Yeah, you deserve a trophy. You came in 2nd. There's no issue with that, because usually you have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever. That's fine. But you don't give a trophy for somebody that came in 100th. All right, this is gonna be a reach, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Horse racing, you only get paid top 3 horses, right?
4.
You're right, 4. Top 4 horses. 5th one don't get paid. You're the owner of that horse. You ain't getting paid.
Well, I think it's like NASCAR. They all make a cut.
But you know what I'm saying.
But when you're betting, you can only bet up to 4.
Okay. You're not in horse racing. They do give trophies out for 2nd and 3rd. Okay. And old Harry Vega, they used to race up here in Mass. He went out to the Preakness and all that out in New York. And Anyways, point is, you don't have. Not every kid needs a fucking trophy, and this is where all this crap starts. This is where all the do-gooder friggin' politically correct bullshit has to stop. It has to stop. It just does. You know, and if you don't think that this all ties in with these fucking school shootings, because they know. All right, so okay.
Everybody's privileged. Everybody's privileged.
And here's the thing.
I didn't get to where I was in my job and where I am in life without having to work for it and get beat down a few times. I didn't just waltz into my job.
Exactly.
I had to go through an interview. I had to make a resume. I had to go through a second interview. I had to, and I've had to prove myself the last, going on, it's almost 3 years now. I've had to prove myself every single day that I can do this job. And believe me, there are days that I got my ass handed to me. There still are days I get my ass handed to me. You know, it's not all sunshines and rainbows and unicorns shitting out glitter. It really isn't.
Right.
And the way the kids are growing up nowadays, they're not prepared for real life. They're all, here's my stuff. Here's my credentials. When do I start? Oh, I didn't get it. What do you mean I didn't get it? Are you, you know, what are you trying to say? I'm not good enough for the job. You know, that offends me. You know, I had to bust my ass and I'm considered a millennial. I am in like the very edge of that millennial group.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Sorry to hear about that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like 2 years I miss it by. But like, I'm considered a millennial. But I grew up in a, you know, middle class family. Yeah. You want something, you work for it, you save for it.
Yep.
And that's how I've lived my life. If I want something, everything that I have worked my ass off for. I have saved, and I have, you know, I didn't go out and buy something just because I wanted it and then look at my landlord and go, oh, sorry, I don't have this month's rent right now. Can you give me an extra 2 weeks because I just had to get something and you can't kick me out because it's not fair. No, I have bills to pay. You know, I get so much vacation time and so much sick time. And because of where I am, I don't like taking sick time because I like to set an example that you show up to work all the time. You are on time. I'm the first one in, I'm the last one out. That's the mentality I have, you know, and I don't know how people just can't show up to work. I don't like going to work. I wish I could do whatever I wanted to all day long, but I got bills to pay. I got a truck. I got a, you know, vehicle. I gotta pay so I can get to and from work. I gotta pay my landlord so I can have a roof over my head. I gotta pay my electric bill so, you know, I have lights. I gotta make money so I can feed myself.
And they don't. It's just so disheartening and aggravating, and it's just. It does actually tend. It does. It pisses me off so much that the handouts, the sense of entitlement, I guess.
Oh, geez, it's terrible.
Okay, sense of entitlement pisses me off like there's no tomorrow, and it's just horrid. It's horrid. It's. No, Gear, you are not a millennial being born.
I was born in 85 and I'm a millennial.
No, you're not.
1983 is the cutoff.
No, it's not. Millennials are.
They're not the 2000s.
Yes, they are.
No, that's
the late 90s.
The bubblegum generation.
No, you're missing. No. The millennials are like 90s, late 90s, 91.
Millennials age group.
No, it's not. I'll look it up.
I'm looking at it right now. Millennial group, born from 1981 to 1997.
Really?
Generation X, because I was always told I was Generation X growing up.
Yeah, the Generation X, right.
1965 to 1980 is Generation X.
That's me. But you know why 65? Because the tail end of 65 was what? The baby boomers.
Yep. That's the very end of it.
Yes.
Those born between 1983 and 2000. Yep.
So I don't have none of my family, none of my brothers or sisters are millennials.
No, but the one that's going on right now, the one from 2001 on, is like the bubblegum generation or some shit like that.
Yeah, those are my kids.
Degeneration X is an awesome tag team. Yes, they were.
They were. Awesome.
They were.
That's why I said I'm glad you caught on to that, Gia.
Triple H and X-Pac and who else was there?
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. He was a late addition. He wasn't an original.
Oh, it was not Billy Graham.
Triple H and X-Pac, and there was one other one.
Yeah, I know. I'll think about it in a minute. No, it's the Road Dogg, rather. What the hell is his name?
No, it wasn't HBK.
No. Hang on. They used to come on. This is the Road Dogg. Jesse, what the fuck was his name?
Jesse James? No.
Help me out, Gia.
It wasn't the Boss Man.
No.
Because the Boss Man was a cop.
No. It
wasn't
close to be the Boss Man. It was
Someone Google this.
The tag team champions of the world. The Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and who?
All right, here we go. Degeneration X. Okay, it was
China.
Original members were actually, you were right, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, China, and Rick Rude.
Right, but then it was,
and then the new era,
Billy Gunn, right?
Okay, so the New Age Outlaws had
Thank you.
Had X-Pac.
Yep.
Road Dogg.
And
Billy Gunn. And then Kane and Tori joined.
Yeah, Kane and Tori came late. Yes. Real late. Yeah.
And they disbanded in 06 and then made a small comeback. Yeah. Degeneration X. And then they would go up against like The Rock and Mankind and Stone Cold.
And Ducky, you're as old as me. If you remember jumping Jimmy Bronzel.
Hey, you know who I remember? Who were the Australian dudes?
The Bushwhackers.
I saw the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers. Oh my God, you guys are young.
The Bushwhackers.
Haystacks Calhoun and fucking Bruno Sammartino and
I grew up in the golden age. Boy, you know, when I was growing up, it was Stone Cold and The Rock. When it became like a national popular.
Well, no, Stone Cold was the fuck the boss attitude. That was that was the mid 90s.
Mid to late 90s. Yeah, that was me growing up. That was Stone Cold, The Rock, Kane, Undertaker. You know, when the TV money started coming in and pay-per-view started being that was when pay-per-view started really kicking off.
Yeah, because he only had the one pay-per-view in the 80s.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania. That was it. And then like once a month they had a pay-per-view
SummerSlam or something. But no, he didn't even do once a month back in the 80s.
It was like the 90s.
Yeah, but in the 80s he only did SummerSlam. No, excuse me. He only did WrestleMania. And then SummerSlam wasn't, I don't think, until the very late 80s, like 89 or 90.
Yeah.
Greg Gagne, the Baron. Holy shit. Yep. And you being where you are, Swamp Donkey, I don't even need to tell you about the best there ever was, the best there ever will be, right? That whole family.
Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake. Yeah. Who else? Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Macho Man was awesome. I love Macho Man.
But you keep the chat alive for a minute. I gotta run upstairs.
All
I
right.
hear footsteps.
Uh-oh.
So keep them. I'll be right back.
Heads are gonna be rolling. All right, what are we talking about? Ooh, Sergeant Slaughter. That's a good shout. Woo! Good old Ric Flair. Yep. Yeah, I haven't watched wrestling in years and years and years and years. So, let's see. What do we got? Jerry Blackwell. I don't know that name. All right, what do we got? Scroll up a little bit. Yeah, no. Not doing the Macho Man again. British Bulldog. Yeah, I kind of remember I was at the tail end of the British Bulldog. Yeah, I hear you, Gear. I don't even have cable anymore. Cable's just too expensive. Macho Man. The thing I remember most about Macho Man wasn't even his wrestling. It was the Slim Jim commercials. That's how I remember Macho Man Randy Savage, the snap into a Slim Jim. That's how I grew up. And I remember those being Super Bowl commercials back with the Budweiser Penguins, back when in the Bud Cavemen. You remember those, Mikey?
My oldest was up.
Uh-oh. You remember those commercials, though, Mikey?
My oldest daughter. What's that?
They wanted me to do the Macho Man again, and I said, I remember Macho Man not for his wrestling, but for his commercials. The Slim Jim. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah. And then, and it was a Super Bowl commercial back then, just like the Bud Penguins and the Cavemen.
Yep.
And
yep.
Yeah, I bet he was a great guy in life, PG, but you could tell he was definitely coked out of his mind all the time.
Probably why he died of a heart attack and was cheap.
Yeah. But no, those were back when Super Bowl commercials were good.
Yeah, George the Animal Steel. He was good too. Yep. The British Bulldog.
I remember the British Bulldog.
Yeah,
a Slim Jim's just a meat stick with like with a casing wrapped around it.
That you do not want to put down your gullet.
And whenever you watch the commercials, they would always snap it, and it snapped really, like you could tell it was. But everybody would buy them just to try to make them do that snap.
Right on, Gitchy. I said I tried to say it to see if Swamp Donkey knew what I was talking about when I said best there ever is, was, or will be, but he didn't catch on. But yeah, you got it. The Hart Brothers and the Von Erichs down in Texas. And I haven't watched the Super Bowl since Janet in 07. She was
this
beautiful.
year, it wasn't even that good of a show. You know what happened for the halftime show?
Sucked.
A kid took a selfie with Justin Timberlake, and it blew up on the internet.
From Massachusetts.
Fucking nobody kid.
From Massachusetts, from not too far. Well, I shouldn't say not too far, but it's probably a 40-minute ride, 45-minute ride from my house.
And the kid had a Sugarloaf or a Sunday River Sugarloaf shirt on.
No, Sunday River.
Sunday River, and Sunday River tweeted out and said, "Hey, if you see this kid, you get a free pass. Season pass for next year or something like that."
Whatever it was, but their sales just went through the freaking roof.
Oh yeah,
so what happened was they all went up to go skiing up there, and they paid their ski fare, or they let them get ski for nothing. But here's what happened: they went in the friggin' gift shop and bought everything under the sun that said Sunday River on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people did Cobra. A lot of people did. But as you know, somebody asked me, Cobra, if I was going to watch the Olympics. And I've been trying to keep up. But you guys all know I got 2 jobs, and it's difficult to keep up with all that shit. But you know what?
I haven't because I don't have cable,
But I've been trying to keep up with it. People said that I shouldn't be watching the Olympics because of all the controversy with that. And so you know what? I'm going to give you the same response about the pros as I did about the Olympics. Why can't I still root for the people that didn't?
Yep.
Why can't I still root for the good people of the NFL? Because when we say, "Oh, they kneel," no. What we need to say is that what people need to remember is there's 32 teams, right? 32 NFL teams, 31,
55 players per team,
53-man roster.
53. Yep.
Somebody help me out with real math. 53 times 32.
I got it right here. Calculator. 53 times 32. You got 1,700 players. Get
1,700.
1,696. So 1,700.
1,696 players in the NFL.
Doesn't include your coaching staff either.
Right. Let's just suppose 20 guys did it. Do you know what the percent is on that? Okay.
Yeah, 20 divided by 1,696 is 1.179%.
So I think it's okay for me to root for the other 98.3%.
I like where Swamp Donkey's head at. Is that
boogity.
Daytona tomorrow. And
no, I don't take away.
And the kid who took over for Dale Earnhardt Jr. is on pole.
Oh, absolutely, Cobra. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong for doing what you're doing, brother. You don't need to. Explain yourself, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying for the reasoning I did it. The reason why I still watch.
I watch because I'm a genuine
one guy kneeling's too many, in my opinion. You know, one guy kneeling is too many, in my opinion. But
and as someone who has served in the military,
exactly,
I don't like it, but they still play a game that I love to watch.
Right.
You know,
me too.
Baseball players or soccer players did something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't like it either, but it's still watch because I enjoy watching the sports.
Right.
I don't care so much about the players. I enjoy the game. Yeah. You know, and we all get fixated on that one player who fired himself.
Yeah.
And then when he was about to get hired by Baltimore this past year, his girlfriend, she opened her mouth.
Yep.
And they didn't want anything to do with it. So I don't get into the politics of it. I am a sports fan. I love watching sports. I don't have cable right now, so I can't really do it that often. But
there's ways you can do it on your laptop.
Well, yeah, I know there is, but like, you know, I'll probably be out tomorrow watching the Daytona 500 because
you're right, Cobra.
I enjoy the Daytona 500. I don't like what NASCAR did with the stage racing. But yeah, it kind of gives you 3 races inside of one. It does, but at the same time, you know, now it's not down to strategy, you know, in the beginning where it used to be an entire chess game where now it's 2 quick checkers games before you play chess.
Right. Cobra said the NFL leadership backed that one player. True. And said, so that tainted the entire NFL for a lot of people. Very true.
Very true.
Unfortunately, and it did happen, and it's.
Yep.
I was.
Thank you, Pete. Pete's got it.
What's that?
The only sport that matters is ice hockey.
Right on. Except my team didn't play too well tonight, Gitch.
Oh, don't tell me. How bad was it?
5-1. It was 5-1 the last time I looked.
See, I don't have cable, so I don't get to listen to or watch the games unless I'm at work.
I swear to God, right after the All-Star break, the Bruins went down the toilet.
6-1 final.
6-1.
Thanks, Pete. Pete's a Bruins fan, and believe it or not, so is Swamp Donkey. He's a Jets and Bruins fan. And this right here is always under wherever my TV is. This is always under it.
There you go. Don't poke the bear.
The Bruins gnome. It's always under the TV. It's always there for luck. Of course, I bought it after our last Stanley Cup, and we haven't won a Stanley Cup since then. But
it's all right. We'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, we're second in the league as of the other night.
No, I know. We're still in the.
Well, we're despite the age. We got a lot of old players. They should have got rid of Chara 5 years ago. And Rask, he's nothing special, but he's having a pretty good year.
I still like Kubota. Sorry.
Khudobin?
Same thing. You know what I mean?
I don't think we should have let Subban go to to Vegas.
He didn't do anything for me. I'm sorry.
No, but when he got into Vegas, he actually did pretty fucking good.
Well, he probably also has a pretty decent defense out there too, right? Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you don't have cable to.
Yeah.
But like I said, you can follow on the internet.
Yeah.
There's Hulu. Of course, then there's the pirate ones you can do for free. But sports should be a nice disconnect. Amen. I said that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but now politics is coming into sports.
And here's the problem, Cobra, right?
Because I don't like how Trump tried to do that.
Right. But here's the problem, Cobra, right? People don't get. Everybody wants to say that it's their freedom of speech and it's their freedom of all that, right? Of course, people don't. Still today, people don't get the freedom of speech is only towards your government. Okay, the NFL is not a government. All right, but now the other thing is no, it's a government. The other thing is that people don't want to understand is that the owners can stop it. You know why? Because the owners own that field. The owners own that stadium. Okay? It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with your Second Amendment. I mean, your First Amendment. Excuse me. All right. It has nothing to do with any amendment whatsoever. Okay. It's a public company. I get what you're saying, but they own it. Jerry Jones told his players, "You kneel, you'll get fired." Now, there's a whole slew of shit that can happen to Jerry Jones. Them being under contract, the whole 9 yards. You're right. They sold their team as a stock to all the fans. But you get my point though, right, Cobra? So but people have to understand that it doesn't come on any of that. So my point is him taking a stand or a kneel, no pun intended. All right. No, I know you were, bro. But him taking a stand, people that stuck behind him and said, "Oh, that's good for him. That's his right to do that." Da 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 da. Yeah, just don't do it on my property. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
All right, guys, listen, it's 2:09 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey's tired. Is the NFL still tax exempt or did that change? I don't know. I think that changed.
No, they all pay taxes in every state that they play.
No, he meant is the NFL itself still tax exempt?
Oh, that's a great question.
Not the players. The players always had to pay their taxes.
Yeah.
NFL as a whole.
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah, they used to be tax exempt. I don't have the answer to that, Cobra. I really don't.
No, man. I always thought it was just the church, but yeah.
Right. I really don't. Oh, you're welcome, Gear. Thanks for coming, my friend. That is a great question, though, Cobra. Cobra, you should have came on with us, you silly goose. But listen, it is. It's my bedtime too, Gitch. Good seeing you. Thank you for coming. You guys, thanks for coming up on this little after chat we did after Stevie's. It was really cool to see everybody again. And we'll see you all next week on the Quagmire Friday night, Stevie's chat Saturday night. All right. All right. Well, I'll take care.
Have a great one.
Amanda, I didn't get to. Amanda's gone. I didn't get to sing to her, but we'll see you all next week. Peace.